Movie Man presents. #alive. 10 o'clock might seem late to most but not to us lonely gamers. We'll most go to their graveyard shifts. We fight the real fight in Fortnite. Oh wait, never mind, it's PUBG. Imagine being the only person smart enough to stay home during a zombie apocalypse. It's like working from home, but instead of Zoom calls, you're dodging brain-munching neighbors. That's our hero, Junwoo, a gaming live streamer who wakes up to find Seoul under siege by the undead. Yes, this practically screams, social distancing expert, except now your social media sign literally says #alive. Pretty soon our hero finds out just how alone he really is. As his neighbor breaks in. Lee Sang-chul, begging to crash in his apartment, but Junwoo is having none of it but. He lets him clean up in his bathroom, a classic zombie bait move, and while he is cleaning himself we see reports of symptoms showing up on all the channels. But then we cut back to the neighbor who is displaying all the symptoms, bloodshot eyes and his bones cracking. No spoilers, but Sang-chul's stay gets temporarily extended. Before long he's groaning like a horror movie extra and trying to eat Junwoo's face. Junwoo grabs a kitchen knife like it's literally a zombie. He ain't gonna die again, but he gets Sang-chul into the hallway and barricades the door with his refrigerator. It's a good trick. Apparently zombies are as bad at moving appliances as we are. Maybe they prefer classic doorknobs. But as we see the neighbor zombie gets its back broken too, by a nearby bigger zombie. As he peers over his balcony, chaos reigns. Random cops and bystanders are being torn apart just on the ground below. And as we look, we see a mother searching for her child. She finds the child and they hug, but the child turns into a zombie and bites her. Meanwhile, Junwoo is rationing ramen in what might be the ultimate quarantine binge. Kudos to him for stocking up on snacks, but dang, who forgot the water supply? Spoiler. Nobody there took geometry, because zero running water is the ultimate trap. Funny is right. At this point, our protagonist is doing everything wrong yet somehow surviving. If he were any less careful, this would turn into a blooper reel instead of a horror film. Days 2 to 6. Ramen, liquor, and hallucinations. Stranded without Wi-Fi or water, Junwoo improvises. First, he tapes his door like a medieval siege and uses the trusty fridge as a doorstop. Then he posts a desperate, "Help me" video under the #alive, hoping someone will notice. He even sends his smartphone up in a drone to scope the neighborhood, because when you're out of water, the last resource is air support. That drone footage confirms the worst. All of Seoul has gone batshit crazy. As power and signal flicker, our streamer starts losing it. One night he hears zombies eating a cop outside. Cue Junwoo yelling, "Hey! Over here!" to distract them. Smart move, except it only attracts more zombies to his own window. They smash the fridge door barricade, sending his precious snacks flying into a red puddle. Guess those noodles were people flavored now. Around this time, he switches to plan B, booze. With no supplies, Junwoo raids his dad's liquor cabinet. Because if the world's ending, might as well have a stiff drink or three. But dehydration and snack withdrawals spark vivid hallucinations. He dreams of finding mom and family. Netflix could sell that scene as a heartwarming reunion, but of course the reunion abruptly ends in a bite. Touching, right? It's like Hallmark trying its hand at splatter. Finally, he receives a voicemail from his parents screaming that their refuge is overrun. So much for family game night. Enter Yoo Bin. Laser pointers and crushes. Just when Junwoo is about to top himself in a truly misguided, "I can't even" moment, a laser dot appears on his wall. Hello, Kim Yoo Bin, a fellow survivor in the building opposite. She's been watching him with binoculars because obviously we all have binoculars handy during a crisis, and she's got some attitude. No, she spells out first. Long story short, they exchange names via light show. It's the world's worst blind date setup. Yoo Bin is a total badass. Her apartment is booby-trapped like a ninja's lair. She even kills a zombie intruder with an axe before breakfast. Clearly she's not afraid to get splatters on her Sunday dress. Meanwhile, Junwoo's most lethal weapon so far is yelling at zombies. Sorry drone, we needed you for science. The two strike up survivor chat over walkie-talkies thanks to resources looted from that zombie neighbor of Junwoo's. They bond over ramen memes and the shared realization that everyone they know is either dead or just a wet voicemail away. In a rare moment of teamwork, Yubin offers to pass food across using a rope and a baseball. Nothing says romance like tossing snacks across a no-man's land. The first try fails, baseball ends up on the street, presumably eaten by a stray dog. Hey, someone had to get dinner. Undeterred, Junwoo rigs a proper zipline. He even sacrifices his poor drone to distract a zombie halfway across the cable. Rip, little buddy. Yubin then awakens, chops off the zombie's head, and saves the day. That's two guts why heroines in one apartment building, a rom-com subplot if we weren't about to be devoured. The 8th floor stairwell marathon. Having declared themselves best friends forever, Junwoo and Yubin plan to rendezvous on the 8th floor. Rumor has it this floor was uninhabited. Plot twist. The rumor mill on empty floors is strong in zombie land.
Then we see them repelled to the ground. We meet the true protagonist as she fights her way through the zombie-filled hallway while the other one watches from the safety of his apartment, laughing and saying he wins. When they reach the 8th floor, the filthy horde follows them up, but they are saved at the last second by a nice man who only wants to feed his starving wife. He offers them water with a small amount of the good stuff, just enough to knock someone out. And they're out cold, zip-tied together in their sleep. Classic. They wake up not on the roof of a chopper, but in a hostage situation. Their one-man savior reveals his sinister plan. He's keeping his zombified wife locked up, and you guessed it, Yubin is about to be the new main course. This is like the worst Airbnb stay ever. Our duo's stuck like a bad sitcom cliffhanger. Junwoo threatens the psycho husband. Somehow Junwoo pulls a piece from his prison pocket, demanding release for Yubin. The nutjob gives up the belt holding back Mrs. Z, and chaos ensues. Yubin throws a blanket over the Z and the room goes silent. Just when you expect her to bite the big one, the zombie wife jumps out and shots ring out, self-defense with firepower. Yubin is safe. No rotten bastards or freeloading rats are going to escape OS. Pluses. They survived the dad from hell. Minuses. That gunshot is loud, so every undead in a 5-mile radius now knows where they are. The room floods with foot-stomping, bloodthirsty zombies. It's the kind of attention no one asked for. Rooftop rescue. Probably. The end is nigh. Yubin begs Junwoo to do her a favor. Kill her before she turns romantic. They needed that for the sequel, ready to sacrifice himself in the most emo R-rated finale possible. Junwoo pulls the trigger on himself, when suddenly, helicopters slice through the smoke. Military choppers appear, finally, and start mowing down zombies with miniguns. Cue the "Don't Stop Believin'" crescendo. Junwoo and Yubin haul themselves up to the roof, each battling through hordes with pushcarts and a bicycle chain weapon respectively. It's like a tourist once favorite ride at the Apocalypse theme park. And they escape just in time. Bonus. Junwoo gets a text from his family saying they made it to Jeju. Likely sipping cocktails on a beach. The real survivors of 2020. All's well that ends well, and our couple is airlifted to safety.